Hey guys, I'm Meteorologist Chris Tomer. Let's talk some mountain weather. And the snow has started in the Sierra, but really the biggest push of moisture is yet to come. Take a look at my snow timeline here. Peak snow timeline for the Sierra happens this evening, tonight, overnight through the 8th, and into the morning of the 9th. That's when the biggest totals will occur from basically Shasta, Tahoe, all the way down to Mammoth. In the Wasatch, the peak snow timeline is afternoon, evening of the 8th through the 9th and into the morning of the 10th. Tetons, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, early 10th. Each of those days, it's pretty consistent with about 2, 3, 4 inches of snow each of those days, and then you'll reach your maximum by the morning of the 10th. Here's a bonus one. Big Sky, western southwest Montana, looking for about a foot of total snow. Peak snow timeline 7, 8, maybe early 9. So that's the way it looks to me. And most of these places we'll see that I have listed. The Sierra, I mean, I'm looking at 3 feet, 4 feet, somewhere in there. And I'll show you the numbers. Wasatch, a couple of feet. Tetons, a couple of feet as well. So this is a good one. All right, let me show you what it looks like actually right now. Let me reset the camera here. All right, so this is the way it actually looks right now in Kirkwood, California. They had a little bit of new snow, and again, we're just kind of waiting on the main storm system, the main batch, the main jet support orographics, and that comes in, like I said, this afternoon, tonight, overnight, into tomorrow. So that's Kirkwood. Here's the flow. So this is infrared satellite. Let me just mark this. You can see the rich flow getting ready to drop south out of the Pacific Northwest. Let me just show this to you. I'll put it in green. So this is your maximum conveyor belt of moisture right here. And it is just flowing in. It's been like this the last 3 or 4 days into the Pacific Northwest. Well, this whole thing is going to now drop south. And it looks to me like a weak atmospheric river contribution to this. Let me just kind of draw in the big low. I mean, it's right in here. So the whole low is going to drop down and then curl through with big jet support, and then it's going to move into the interior and then probably up into Wyoming and around. So that's the big low. And then, of course, there's your conveyor belt of moisture, which will follow with jet support. So I talked about it on my blog this morning. Big totals for California, Utah, Wyoming, Montana. ChrisTomer.com. If you haven't subscribed to this, please do so. You'll get notified in your email box whenever there's an update. And again, it's really easy to do at the bottom right here, subscribe to blog. So put in your email address and then just push the button and you'll get a confirmation. So that is in my blog. I talked a lot about the ingredients, the forcing ingredients being the jet, the strong orographics, and weak atmospheric river contributions. I went into the Sierra snowfall a little more in depth here, talked about some of the wind, peak times, and then here's the jet stream situation. I actually have this loaded high res into my show, so I'll pull this up right now. Actually, this is the jet for the 8th. And in the Sierra, the 8th is probably the prime day for overall when you're looking at Tahoe and Mammoth. I mean, you can see the jet streak translating through Mammoth. That's going to be pretty darn big. I actually have more accumulation in Mammoth than in Tahoe. I'll show you the numbers coming up, and then you've got a big nosing of that jet right into the Wasatch, I mean, right into the Tetons. That's why both of those areas I'm pushing 2 feet. Love saying that. Love it. In Colorado, you're going to be on the wrong side of the low, the wrong side of the track. It's going to track up into Wyoming, the low itself. That puts Colorado on the windy side. There is going to be mountain snow, but nothing like what we see in Wyoming or the Wasatch and in the Sierra. All right, so back to the situation. Here's the forecast timing as I see it. All right, so there is Tuesday morning at 6. There's Wednesday morning at 6 on the future radar. There's Thursday morning at 6. Low moves through Wyoming. And then Friday morning at 6, winding down and moving away on Friday. And then by Saturday, I mean, it's just kind of a lull. We're waiting on the next storm. Let me show that to you again. All right, so there is Tuesday morning. There's Wednesday morning at 6. There's Thursday morning at 6. And there is Friday at 6, low moving out. Wraparound comes to an end by Saturday. Storm cycle is over, and we're really just waiting on the next storm cycle to really set up at that point. All right, so that's your timing. Let's go into forecast snow. Beneath forecast snow, I did put on the peak snowfall times if you want to see those again. Let me pull up the numbers here. Got them in my show, high res. All right, here they are. So this is all of the 7th through the 10th. So in the Sierra, we'll start there. It's similar to yesterday, about 30 inches for Shasta. Similar to yesterday, 36 to 40 inches through Heavenly and Kirkwood. Somewhere right in that range, so 3 feet roughly. And then down to Mammoth, you're over 3 feet. You're 3 to 4 feet in the Mammoth area. And the reason being is there's a little more jet support, and the contribution from the atmospheric river is a little more pronounced in that area, just a little bit better. And in the Wasatch, obviously Park City would be on the lower end, and Big and Cottonwood Canyon, Big and Little Cottonwood Canyons would be at the 2 foot mark out of this. Brian Head does fine, 15 to 20 inches. I love the Tetons with this setup as well, 2 feet or more. And in Colorado, 4 to 10 inches. Again, you're on the wrong side of the track, on the windy, drier side, but 4 to 10. Really don't have much for northern New Mexico other than an inch. And again, this is really the prime corridor from the Sierra through the Wasatch, the Tetons. In western, I should say, southwest Montana, about a foot through Big Sky, and Bridger Bowl, not as much in Discovery. So those are the numbers right now as I see them. I'll keep an eye on things. We'll see how California plays out. Again, the prime time for the Sierra is this evening through the 8th and into the morning of the 9th. Take care.